Welcome. Today is September 1st, 2021, and it's actually 1:17 p.m. Today is Wednesday, so hump day, right? Welcome. I'm back. This read is, I don't know what this read is. I was guided to do this read today. It's not a full moon, nor is it a new moon, but this is messages from my father unto the collective or a specific individual in the collective at this time. I switched up, but we know I always keep the astrology foremost because before humans and animals were made, and celestial beings, Papa, Abba, made the planets, the stars, and the dimensions in the ethers of the cosmos. I'm going to start out giving gratitude and a prayer unto my Father. With much gratitude, Abba. With much appreciation unto you. I pray that I give clear messages from you, Source Universe, to the collective at this time to help them to correct themselves and elevate or start to ascend into betterments of themselves. I pray to, as my grandmother would say, peace be to my mama, Kiba your tongue. I pray that I speak only what is to be conveyed over to the collective and to not let my emotionals on the personal get entwined in this message at this time, Papa. Much gratitude, Abba. I begin. So I had frankincense burning in the background. The cards were cleared with frankincense. They want me to, Papa, when I say they, I'm talking about the Most High and Archangel Michael, because I take orders from Abba and Archangel Michael. Salah, Salah. And they want me to be more transparent. Like I gotta show myself type shit, right? So I'm gonna be transparent. How am I gonna show myself? That's the question. So, oh, here we go. I really don't want to show myself, but I'm gonna just go for it, right? Oh shit, I got undressed to do the read, right? As always, shout out to my city. Shout out to my city. Yeah, my neighbor string buried in New York, Harlem, NYC. Yeah. Aight? You can't take the city out the girl, but you can take the girl out the city. Alright. Alright, enough of that. Let's get to the message at hand, collective. This is Coco for Life, and thank you for being here. So, no further delay. I got new decks. Oh, this one is serious. Yo, this deck, I don't play with this deck. This deck, yo, you see the eye? You see the eye, the all-seeing eye? Yeah. Trust me. Wait till I get into it. I'm just keep it like that. I'm using Mystic Tarot. This deck is 78 Oracles of Truth. I'm going back into spells today. Yeah, hey. We're going to see what spells they casting out there in the collective. And against who? Right. And here we go. Astrology. All right. I mean, if you want to fast forward for a second, shoot your shot. I might have to clip that shit out. Like, I don't even know, yo. Like, oh shit. I might clip that shit out. Or I just don't give a fuck, right? So, I'm not explaining why I don't got fake nails on, because I'm a real bitch and I do real shit. If I'm stepping out, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going out or whatever. But meantime, between time, I need to wash my pussy properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. We get all up in the crevices on this side. Alright? But no hate to the ones that got those long ass, whatever you want to call them. To each its own. Alright? So now, without further ado, right? Let's get it. All praises to the Most High. Brakata Bahashan Yahweh Opowa. What is it you want to say, Abba? With much gratitude, Papa, and much respect. What is it you want to say through the shuffle? He said shuffle. Alright. So. Oops. I'm shuffling. I hope everybody's been okay since the last time I've been on. When's the last time I've been on? Right. July. Alright, so here we go. Much gratitude, Abba. Much gratitude, Abba. Much gratitude. Much gratitude. Hold on, I want to reload my frankincense. Un momento. Alright. Frankincense on deck. Frankincense on deck, yeah. I burn it in my tea. Regular. When it's not no time to hype, we just regular. You see what I'm saying? So frankincense on deck, guy. Cool. Alright. Without further delay, Papa, any messages at this time that you want to convey? Let the cards flip or spit out. I don't pull cards. I let the energy pull a card. Salah. Using this deck, Papa? He said yes. Okay. Messages with gratitude. Oh, he doesn't want to use this deck. You want these decks only. Okay, collective, I have to change. Papa's not talking through astrology. He wants to get straight to the matter at hand. Wow. Okay. So, I gotta put this away, and we're gonna get straight to it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. He doesn't want to use this deck. Nope. I could tell when he's not talking through a deck. It's parent. We're gonna start here, alright? And y'all gonna see how the energy shift. You see when he wanna talk, when Papa wanna talk to a deck, he comes right at it, right? So this deck is worth every penny. Alright? I'm not calling this deck name because of the copycats. I'm honored that y'all find me motivating, right? But when it comes to authenticity, I like to stay in my own lane. So I haven't seen nobody with these cards on YouTube. Right? Right. These are oracles. They're the truth, and this is inspired by the Most High to the individual who created this deck. They co-created this deck with Source to believe. Real shit. Alright? Alright. So, messages of With much gratitude and respect and appreciation, Papa. Tora, Tora, Tora. Tora Rabba. Brakata. Bahasha. Yahweh. All power. Much gratitude. This is sigils. Enlightened ones. Yeah, enlightened, you know what time it is. Right? Right. Gratitude. Salah. Salah. Messages. Oh, right off the back. Papa don't play. When he want to talk, he talk. When he don't want to talk to the deck, trust me. You be there shuffling, waiting for some time. He's not going to talk. Messages. Much gratitude. Show them the card. This is 32. This is sigil. Let me get straight to the book. All right? I'm going to pull out the cards and then we get to it. So 32. Much gratitude, Papa. It's a shuffle. I'm in front of my altar to the Most High, right? 9. You said take 2 or more than stop. I'm so excited to do this read. I pulled my pendulum out to make sure that I got the right cards that Papa want to speak to. He said put back the 6 and keep 2. All right? He said, no, 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 no. Okay, I heard it right. He said, no, 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 no. Okay. He said, yes. 2, 2, 2. He said, more. Two voices in my head. Okay. This is where we at. Bottom card. Alright. I'm sorry about that, guys. But it's the bottom card. Alright. So the first card is 32. 32. Look at this image. This is my index, alright? Look, I want you to see it straight from the book. Judgment. Can y'all see that? Oh, shit. I gotta chill. It said judgment. Oh, shit. 9. This sigil says 9. I'm gonna let y'all see it, so I'm not making this shit up. This book is this deck. Shit, I be shook with before I pull this deck. When I'm doing reads on myself, I be nervous as like I be like yo, like cause this is gonna show you what's wrong and what you need to fix. Straight up. So 9 was coping. 2, someone try to see, right? 2 is self-concept. Nine was coping, right? And we know 32, Papa came out with the first card was judgment. Yo. So judgment, coping, self-concept. 22. Endurism. Oh shit. Yeah, he had told me he wanted to get straight to it. I'm sorry. We ain't doing astrology today. Endurism. Okay? And 17. Woo! Oh shit, it's like you could already see the read. Blame. Alright, so 32 is judgment, right? 9 is coping. 2 is self-concept. 22 is endurism. And 17, blame. Oh shit. So there's a judgment due to someone coping based on your self-concept, your own perception on life, that is enabling you to do endurism, which results from blame. Oh, I can't wait to, okay, straight from the book. I gotta read from the book because you see these are sigils, right? These are sigils. Look at the geometry. Should provide some form of healing to your soul. These symbols speaks to the soul, not to the human body, but to your soul. Okay? Geometrics is the language to the soul. All right? All right. 32. See, I use this book. Look at my highlights. I take this book very serious, yo. I don't fuck around with this book. Real shit. I take it very, very serious. The guidance from this book is not to be fucked with. All right? So 32, I shall read to you. I heard there's people watching my videos, like this church groups and covens and shit. Y'all watching, writing word from word verbatim, everything I say. I think that's Papa don't want me to use astrology because you taking my videos to teach astrology on your channel or wherever, however you putting it out to the collective. That's cheating. That's copyright. Right? That's not being authentic. That's being a copyright. That's being a copycat demon. But like I said, I'm glad I motivate y'all and innovate y'all to do these things. But it's how you go around doing it. You see what I'm saying? All right, judgment. If you have drawn the sigil, your negative judgment in this scenario is making it impossible to get the results you want, collective. To have a perspective at all, you must judge. To even call a clock is to judge it as a clock and thus restrict its potential energy of that. To have a perspective at all, you must judge. To even call a clock is to judge it as a clock and thus restricts its potential energy to that of a clock. We judge. That's what people do. And judgment, like any tool, can be beneficial to you or harmful to you depending on when and how it is used. We all have a perspective about each other. That's your own opinion. If you have an opinion, like I just said it, you have judged. Trying not to have an opinion defies life. It is the flexibility or openness of the opinion that makes the opinion either more or less painful. And it is our perspectives and individual preferences that fuel universal expansion. Hearing other people's honest perspectives can be very beneficial to your growth and to the expansion of the universe. So you have to be open to criticism. I mean, not everybody like to be critiqued, but to be critiqued is to correct flaws, right? Into perfection. No, you're not trying to be perfect, but you're trying to correct your flaws. Salah. Hearing other people's honest perspectives can be very beneficial to our growth and to the expansion of the universe. A great many people try to get rid of all judgment in themselves. A great many people or person tries to get rid of all judgment in themselves. This is neither beneficial nor possible. However, noticing and changing your painful judgments, the ones that seek to push something away from you, as well as developing a flexibility in your perspective is beneficial. If you have drawn the sigil, what you must first understand is that it is painful to negatively judge, disapprove of something for both the giver or the criticism and the receiver. You all want me to say that sentence again? I feel like I need to read it again. If you're drawn the sigil, what you must first understand is that it is painful to negatively judge and disapprove of something for both the giver of the criticism, so the one that is giving the criticism, and the one receiving the criticism. Is negatively to judge, right? In holding a negative judgment, we must match the frequency of our negative judgment, and so we hold ourselves as well as the receiver in low vibrational chokehold. This is what we do when we try to push away anything in a universe based on the law of attraction. We do nothing but vibrationally join the thing we are pushing against. It becomes included in our vibration. This is why many teachers and guides will tell you not to accept any negative judgment within yourself, and instead adopt the policy that if you don't have something nice to think or say, don't think or say anything at all. But this is neither practical nor useful, and it puts a muzzle on a part of you that very much needs your attention and care. Becoming aware of your own judgment opens the door for growth, and sharing your honest opinion or experience, even if that opinion or experience is not positive, provides others the opportunity for growth. So if somebody is giving you enlightenment, it's for your growth. Whether you do view it as a positive enlightenment or a negative enlightenment, it's still for your growth. And the higher knowledge to this is there's no rights, there's no wrongs. Everything is a lesson. Everything is a lesson. Every second of your life is a lesson. Salah. When we make judgment against situations, we believe behavior is due to something in a person's situation without fully understanding the person's situation. For example, we may judge someone as irritable because they are on their period, when in fact it is because of something that we did to irritate them. When we make judgments about a person's character or personality, we believe their behavior is due to aspects of their personality when often it isn't. All right, so I'm going to jump in here. I think pedophiles, people that have sex with little kids, non-adults, adolescents, I look at y'all fucked up. All right? So now, behind the scenes, I have to ask, why is that person a pedophile? What happened to that person as a child that fucked up their psyche to think that it's okay to have sex with a 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl, 17-year-old girl, because you want to bust a nut? Or why is it okay to give oral sex, just get it, Because y'all masculines. Y'all distorted masculines in the collective. This is what y'all do to harvest energy, to drink impurity. But is that vagina pure of that adolescent if she a hoe? Huh? If she out there sucking and fucking the masses, is it a pure virgin? Or did you just walk across a young fucking succubus demon? I asked you. Now, to the bisexual ones, you sleep with these young boys or young adult men, 16, 17, 14, 13, 12, whatever, right? Again, these younglings, they're being further corrupt by your behavior, manipulation, because you're trying to steal their youth. You sitting there 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, doing this lame fuck shit, right? When you a grown-ass man or fucking woman with fucking kids. So now I start to ask myself, okay, were they molested at little kids? Did incest happen? Because let's listen. For a little child to get molested as a little kid is always by a family member or somebody in the fucking family. Is it not right? Someone that have close access to them. The mother, as sick as that shit sound. The father, even more sickening. Cousins, auntie, uncle, right? So you have inner child fucking you have inner child wounds that you clearly did no fucking shadow work on. You clearly did no inner child healing on. So now in your fucked up subconscious mind, you think that it's okay to have sex with minors. All right. So this all goes back to say, this is the root to this problem is because you was molested and your inner child wounds were never healed. You didn't do no shadow work. And you think that it's okay, right? All right. So it's okay for me to say judgment on these actions. All right. I push on. When we make judgments about a person's character or personality, we believe their behavior is due to aspects of their personality when often it isn't. Our brains are wired to make automatic judgments. We move through the world quickly discerning. We do not spend time or energy on understanding everything we perceive. Like I said, behind the scenes, the root to pedophilia is from rape, childhood molestation, and incest. Period. Right? I don't think a pedophile is just born being a pedophile unless it's a demonic soul that came back into earth in a vessel to continue its work. But then that vessel don't even have the soul history into it awake. I'm being ahead of myself. When we judge, we have an attachment to right versus wrong and good versus bad. We are very black and white in the way that we relate to the world. We say a definite yes or no to things without much openness or understanding. I'm not going to ever fucking understand pedophilia. I'm never going to fucking understand incest. Period. You understand me? I'm never going to accept that shit, condone that shit, or understand that shit. Understand, when I say understand in the sense that it's right, it's okay. Right? I'm never going to understand that it's right, it's okay. But what I will understand and overstand and understand is to how did this person become this way? What healings this person needs from wounds that was placed on this vessel, on this earthly realm that never healed. That I could understand. I could understand you was raped as a child. I could understand you was molested as a child by family fucking members that should have been protecting you and not preying on you like fucking vultures. Salah. In truth, you may be terrified to understand and to open yourself to what you have already condemned. This is an understandable but unnecessary fear. It must also be said that people cannot change or often even admit to what you judge them for. Wow. It must also be said that people cannot change or often even admit to what you judge them for. So a pedophile does not see themselves as a pedophile. It is too unsafe to do so. Flexibility and understanding are the only things that will make a person safe enough to look at the truth and make changes, especially changes that scare them. For example, if you judge someone as bad and wrong for eating meat, they will defend their stance because in that moment you are making them wrong and bad. If you put something away, which is what you are doing when you judge, it will not be open to you or your perspective. I push pedophilia and incest away from you. I don't want it to ever be open to my perspective. Salah. If you have joined the SiGiL, using awareness, patience, and bravery to get outside your attachment to what is right or wrong, good or bad, is critical so that you can understand instead of judge. Like I said, I understand, overstand why a pedophiler becomes a pedophiler. Because it's something that happened in their childhood. It's an inner child wound. Shadow that never got healed. You never pray. You never meditate with Abba, Papa. You didn't go to the dimensions of the higher realm to heal, to let that shit go. Time travel back in time to that point where they fucking rape and molest you and tell yourself you're going to be okay and let that shit go. Instead, you continued a fucking cycle, generational curse cycle in your life as even an adult. And now, the ones who don't know the behind the scenes will want to judge you. I mean, if you messing with somebody, this is the masculine, distorted masculine. If you're messing with somebody's teenage daughter, be prepared for her father, her uncle, her brother to fucking come and fucking saddle up. They gonna want step. They gonna want buck. You see what I'm saying? But you caused that on yourself. You got set up. You know right from wrong. We all know right from wrong at that moment that we were about to do something. We all know if it was right or wrong to do. And I'm going to let that shit go right there. So again, it said, if you have joined the SiGiL, using awareness, patience, and bravery to get outside your attachment to what is right or wrong, good or bad, is critical so that you can understand instead of judge. Doing so sets the stage for unification, harmony, and the communication that creates resolve. And that was judgment. 32, 5, change. We're going to 9. Coping. If you have joined the SiGiL, you are currently coping. You are coping in a situation where you need to do something other than to cope, collective. To cope is to make up a specific alteration mentally, emotionally, or physically so that you can manage or adapt to something that is causing you stress. A coping mechanism is a specific procedure, process, or technique which manages or allows you to adapt to stress. So what types of coping? A lot of people use sex for coping. A lot of people turn to drugs for coping. A lot of people turn to alcohol for coping. And many turn to popping pills for coping. Some people of enlightenment, we ground. We go walk outside in the grass. Go run. Exercise. Squat. I don't know, lift weights for coping with stress. All right? Some examples of coping mechanisms are addictive behaviors like cutting. Who's cutting themselves? This somebody inflicting bodily harm to self. This somebody, I mean, I had a child that, she was 15. I knew she had demons on her. Binge eating, smoking, gambling, denial, humor, attacking, regressing, overcompensation, humility, self-blaming, avoidance, dissociation, positive focus, escaping into movies. So you watching Netflix and chill. I don't even watch TV. Books or imagination. You sitting down daydreaming, looking lost in shit. Intellectualization, distancing, disconnection, falling asleep, passive aggression. All right, so I fall under distancing and disconnection. Falling asleep or astral travel away. Passive aggression, projection, repression, and substitution. So who's repressing and substituting? So you got a Bill a Beer bitch. I'm just saying. Or Bill a Beer dude. I don't know. You trying to build a vessel into what you want them to be. Is that possible? Stress is serious business. Shit. A human being cannot thrive in an atmosphere of stress. When a human being goes into a state of distress, well-being immediately declines. Shit, I think And so it is only natural that we should want to make a change to the situation as quickly as possible. Why? Because you feel uncomfortable. Stress brings uncomfortability. It brings vulnerability. It brings you have no control of this situation. It does, yo. Okay, but often the situation that is causing us distress cannot be eradicated. Oh shit. It is out of our control to eradicate the stressor. So we are forced to manage with it and adapt to it. Yo, look. This is especially true in childhood. When we did not call the shots about our own life, the people around us did. Shit. I don't even think I had a childhood. There was no freedom in mine. I was told when to sleep, when to get up, when to clean. I felt like I was in military school. No, in fact, I was Cinderella. I had to clean. I didn't cook. I had to clean. Saturday mornings, a kid would get to watch cartoons. Shit, Saturday mornings, I had to be up at 7 a.m. Who remember WLIB in New York? That West Indian radio station, right? So I had to vacuum first, then dust, right? Then I had to do the dishes. I had to sweep. Did I do the bathroom? I had to do the sink and the tub. She didn't let me do the toilet. And then before I had to do all of these things, right? I had to make up my bed as soon as I rise. She woke me up early. But my brother and my sister right now, they do nothing. Yo, my sister don't even boil water for rice. Yo, real shit. I was the Cinderella. I was the black Cinderella. So yeah, I was the black Cinderella, and here I am. I could clean, I could cook. I'm very tidy, very independent, etc., etc. All right, back to what I'm saying. It is out of our control to eradicate the stressor, so we are forced to manage with it and adapt to it. This is especially true in childhood, when we did not call the shots about our own life. The people around us did. Many of these coping mechanisms allowed us to survive distressing circumstances in our lives so we can keep on living and expanding. Despite the stress, they benefit us in some way when they are invented. But over time, we can see that the very coping mechanisms that benefited us are, in fact, the very things that are hurting us and the people around us. What once allowed for our expansion is now making our expansion impossible. When we grow up and find ourselves in situations that are absolutely changeable, where we do have the power to diminish or eradicate the stressors, we do not realize it. In accordance with the illusion of powerlessness we perceive in ourselves, we simply indulge immediately in our coping mechanism instead of actually making positive changes to it. It's positive changes to our life. If you have drawn this sigil, the time has come to see that you are not actually making an improvement to your life relative to the situation. You need to make a change that actually changes the situation instead of continuing to cope with it. Because in this situation, as difficult as it may seem or be, you actually do have the power to make a change to the entire situation, provided that you will first choose with your free will to stop coping with it. Well, coping. So who's out there coping? Doing massive drugs, massive sex, and you still can't even get to that point. Let's lead us to number 2. Self-concept. If you have drawn the sigil, your blind spot is your desire to see yourself and for other people to see you as a good person. Let me just pull myself out of this one. I don't care if people view me bad or good. I really don't give a fuck. Okay? This is the ones that caught up on ego and emotions. The ego is the singular identity that you call by your name. It is an It is an amalgamation of all the things you identify with. The things you call I, me, or mine. Ego is self-concept. Yeah, this who has big egos? Because we are raised relationally because we are raised relationally dependent in a society in which our survival depends upon each other and has for thousands of years, the only way for ourselves to survive is if we are in the good favor of the rest of the social group. I don't need no fucking social group to be in no good favor with any social group to survive. Real shit. My social group is the unseen. Alright? I rock hard with spirits. The fuck? Anyway, the rest of the social group, beginning with our parents when we were young, have to approve of us. They only approve of us if we are good. I was always considered bad. That is, if we are being in a way and doing things in a way that is deemed good by the specific individual around us. There is no real clear distinction amongst humans between doing bad and being bad. Therefore, doing bad, there's no real clear distinction amongst humans between doing bad and being bad. Therefore, the single most important thing to the human ego or sense of self is to believe itself to be good. This means you have been making other people the bad one in order to see yourself as the good one. Oh, somebody's out there deflecting. So you will go and judge someone based on lies. Because the truth of the matter is, your truth of who you are and what you do and how you are, you put on the other person, which is lies. That's not that person's truth. But you do that to make yourself feel good. Severe devil energy. I digress. I know what this is about. So this means you have been making other people the bad one in order to see yourself as the good one. So a person that pulled tarot cards and speaks with the divine, speaks with the angels, speaks with her ancestors, speaks with spirits, fairies, mermaids, goddesses, the Goddess Council, the Galactic Federation. You called her evil and demonic when behind the scenes, yo, this is the flip shit. Behind the scenes, y'all were the ones sucking the devil dick. What I mean by that? Y'all were doing satanic black magic, negative energy magic. What I mean by that? High-level manipulation and domination spells, graveyard spells, voodoo dolls. Yes, but the one, the true one, y'all called dark and called yourself light. Like, can anybody flip this shit to religion and Christianity right now? Because it be y'all Christians that do this shit. Jesus Christ is not the way to my Father. My Father is the way to my Father. Period. Y'all think y'all not worshiping the devil, but in hindsight, y'all is worshiping the fucking devil. Okay? Right. I digress. I hate that type of situation. That's wickedness. You call somebody evil when you the evil one? You gang stalk and spread lies and smear campaigns on an individual. That is the truth. Putting your lifestyle on this person to make yourself look good or feel good and think that's fucking copacetic, that's right. Now it comes with judgment, but many shall see. It comes with severe judgment, all in divine timing. Salah, salah. Unfortunately, the primary ways that we cover up our fears are through avoidance and control. Interestingly, it doesn't matter whether the threat we are perceiving is really a threat to us or not. What matters is if we perceive it to be a threat. Unless we feel safe in a given situation or with a given person, we will naturally push that situation or that person away from us. So you feel safe with the demons and you pushed away the angel. You just can't make this shit up. People who spend their life avoiding the feeling of fear never really live. They wander through life in a routine and a familiar way of only to arrive at death safely. People who live their life in spite of fear don't listen to the important messages encoded in their fear. They ignore limits and warning signs and do not look after themselves. This ultimately leads to suffering and collapse. Our life depends on our capacity to lovingly take responsibility for our fear. Trying to conquer fear to get rid of fear is nothing more than trying to separate yourself from separation itself. Let me repeat that. Trying to conquer fear or get rid of fear is nothing more than trying to separate yourself from separation itself. Remember, the opposite of fear is love. Any love you can have toward anything diminishes your fear. But the ultimate answer to fear is to love the self within you that is afraid, and love the self within you that you are the most afraid of. Love the self within you that you are the most afraid of. Love your shadow. It's by embracing fear itself that we dissolve fear. If you have joined the SiGiL, the unacknowledged threat is not something you don't see about the situation itself or someone involved in it. It is your own tendency to sabotage a good thing because of fear. The only fear you're supposed to have is for the Most High. He could destroy you. He could stop you from breathing in a heartbeat in a second. You cannot wake up from slumber. You're giving power to the wrong entities and energies. That is all ruled by who? Source. You just can't make this shit up, man. Right now, you are using the tool of worry and expecting the worst to prevent yourself from being blindsided. It is a way to try to control the situation, which in a way, which is a way of avoiding your fear. Instead of avoiding your fear, you need to face it. Stop being a fucking coward, collective. Face your fears. You can't run and hide. I mean, y'all be 50, 45, 48, 46, 34, 38, 30. Acting like little fucking kids. When are you gonna grow up? If you 50 acting like a little kid, acting young-minded as fuck. Oh, and the mind into spirit come. You need to grow up. Alright? Otherwise, your fear will continue to obscure your capacity to see the truth of the situation, which isn't a bad truth. I'm sorry, collective. Pause. Hold up, collective. For some reason, I was reading fear. I'm supposed to read self-concept, okay? If you have drawn the sigil, your blind spot is your desire to see yourself and for other people to see you as good. Why I feel like I read this already? I did. I read self-concept. We did. Page turn. Okay. We was getting into it. If you're drawn to, okay, so self-concept, right? If you're drawn to sigil, your blind spot is your desire to see yourself and for other people to see you as a good person. The ego is the singular identity that you call by your name. It is an amalgamation of all the things you identify with. And the things you call I, me, mine, ego is self-concept. Because we are raised relationally dependent in a society in which our survival depends upon each other and has for thousands of years, the only way for ourselves to survive is if we are in the good favor of the rest of the social group. The rest of the social group, beginning with our parents when we were young, have to approve of us. They only approve of us if we are good. That is, if we are being in a way and doing things in a way that is deemed good by that specific individual around us. There is no real clear distinction amongst humans between doing bad and being bad. Therefore, the single most important thing to the human ego or sense of self is to believe itself to be good. This means you have been making other people the bad one in order to see yourself as the good one. You have been spending your life consciously trying to become anything that you associate with goodness and trying to see that in yourself. At the same time, you have spent your life trying to avoid the things associated with badness, and your mind will actively avoid seeing these threats in yourself. We tend to be completely unable to see when we are being or doing something in a way that we have been taught is bad, such as hurting other people. In order to avoid shame, we cope by definition. In order to avoid shame, we cope by deflection. I had just said that. Denial and reframing so we can believe ourselves to be good. If you have drawn the sigil, the painful truth that you have to face relative to this situation is that you are telling yourself that you are doing good and right, when in fact, if you were completely self-aware or well as aware of the objective truth of the entire situation, you are the one who is currently doing what you yourself would consider to be bad and wrong. If you wish to transcend this blind spot, you must be willing to feel the ineffable discomfort of seeing the parts of yourself that fit into the category of badness. Sound like a pedophile. A pedophile doesn't see himself as bad, when in fact your actions in the here and now is fucking bad. All right. You need to be you are the one who is currently doing what you yourself would consider to be bad and wrong. If you wish to transcend this blind spot, you must be willing to feel the inevitable discomfort of seeing the parts of yourself that fit into the category of badness. You have to be willing to see the impact you are having on other people by your fucked up actions. You have to commit to seeing yourself through their eyes and from their perspective. And ultimately, instead of separating from them by making them bad and yourself good, you must practice taking them as part of yourself. Ask yourself, what am I unwilling to see, admit to, accept, and show to other people about myself, because it would make me see myself as bad and allow them to see me as bad too. Self-concept. Moving on to 22. Endurism. Endurism. If you have drawn the sigil right now, you are enduring something that you should not be enduring. You are probably telling yourself that it is good enough. Think about these common sayings. What doesn't kill you make you stronger? No pain, no gain. Or is it what it is? Or it is what it is. These sayings all have one thing in common. They help you to release resistance to a situation where you feel helpless to get out of a painful circumstance. Releasing resistance is a good thing. So where is the harm in these sayings? The harm is that they can serve as justification for not actively making changes so as to move beyond a painful situation. They can serve to keep you stuck in pain. We know the danger of escapism. We know the pain of being around a fear-wedded friend. We feel the frustration of spiritual bypassing. Many of us have a fairly good grasp of this concept, that running away from pain and from things that scare us is not the way to create a fulfilling life. See, this where the true alchemist is the fucking true alchemist. True alchemists know how to transmute pain. Taking those lemons and making fucking lemonades. Right? But we need to be aware that there is danger at the other side of the spectrum as well. There is danger in becoming attached to pain, unwilling to leave it. This is endurism. Endurism is just as unhealthy as escapism. So there's people that actually inflict pain on themselves to try to be an alchemist. This goes to the one that's cutting themselves, yo. This goes to the one that pouring out your body to men and women. No love of self. Anybody can have access to you. Any vagina, any penis you put your mouth on. Is that loving yourself? If you contaminate your mouth which is the entry for your supplement, for your fuel, don't you think everything you put in your mouth that go into the body is going to be defiled? If you have bacteria in your mouth, you got sores in your mouth, don't you think that food that go into, that pass through those sores, that those liquids, those parasitics in your mouth is going to go into your body and lead into your fucking body, yo? No, these are just my fucking thoughts. Okay, I'll push on. This is endurism. Endurism is just as unhealthy as escapism. It is a coping strategy for dealing with the perception that you are helpless to have your needs met. But it is one that ensures you will spend your life coping with a painful life instead of creating a life you enjoy. It's like this, like marrying for money type shit. These are to the females that will marry, you know what I'm saying? There's ass man. You know he can't get it up. But it's the means to an end. Meaning you marry him because of money. It had nothing to do about love. But you sit in that shit because you get to have your, your black card. You drive your fancy whip. You go shopping every other day. You know what I mean? To be comfortable. That's endearism. You want to stay comfortable. You want to stay with your familiarity. You don't want to become uncomfortable or vulnerable. That's endearism. Alright. It is a coping strategy for dealing with the perception that you are helpless to have your needs met, but it is one that ensures you will spend your life coping with a painful life instead of creating a life you enjoy. We believe there is a serious virtue in suffering. We stay in situations and perpetrate situations that are causing us pain so we can feel as though we are good and are doing what's right. In endearism, we are in fact escaping something. That something is the fear of making a change and the responsibility required to actually make that change. Our ego fears that by making the change that will enable us to progress and reach our joy, we will become a bad person and therefore lose connection with the people and things we want to be connected to. Our ego fears that by making the changes that will enable us to progress and reach our joy, it will lead to one to become a bad. You think that because you're going to do the changes to help you in your life, to get to your rainbow, your pot of gold, you would be a bad person for doing this, for loving yourself, for truly loving yourself. Because you're going to lose connection with people of the past and things of the past that you still want to be connected to. In relationships, we develop the idea that if someone loves us, they will endure any amount of pain to be with us. That's bullshit. Bullshit. In relationships, we develop the idea that if someone loves us, they will endure any amount of pain to be with us. Fuck that bullshit. I'm not enduring not a motherfucking pain to be with a motherfucking being. Okay? Why is that? Because I'm not perpetrating pain on them to be with fucking me. Now maybe this for me too. I'm part of this collective. I'm not taking nobody bullshit, yo. Yo, y'all feminines out there or your masculines. Y'all take people bad treatment. A lot of y'all in domestic violence. Y'all have niggas hitting on you, pushing you, shoving you. Some of them even are kicking Tumpaya up. Yeah, punch up, kick up. To the masculines, you got bitches slapping you, spitting in your face. You know what I'm saying? Or she straight swing on you. She throws some shit at you. All that shit is toxic. That's toxic. That's toxic. Toxicity is fucking pain, yo. Y'all gotta get out that mind frame. Oh, because you love me, you gotta put up with my bullshit. Fuck out of here with that. Yo, that's that low level, low vibrational mentality. My frequency too high for that shit. Yo, for real, I'll give you the deuces and chuck off. Like, no, I'm not gonna stalk a nigga. I'm not gonna call a nigga, run down a nigga. Nah. That was karmic life. Higher enlightened ones, elevated ones. We don't do that dumb shit. The fuck? Before I do that, I go sit down and fucking meditate. Salah, salah. So I said in relationships, we develop the idea that if someone loves us, they will endure any amount of pain to be with us. Be with you. Now, I'm not in this, us. And in the opposite scenario, if we love someone, we will endure any amount of pain to be with them. Fuck, yo, both scenarios. Fuck no. No! It ain't happening. Not for me. Shit. When it comes to that, I keep my yoni to self. You hold your dick, I hold my twat, and we go our own ways. I'm not dealing with none of that shit, yo. Relationships don't have to be painful. People put pain in relationships based on behavior in their own ways, filtered biased beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be painful. Our relationship does not have to be. I'm not going to say there's not going to be bad times, but it doesn't have to be fucking painful. You could agree to disagree. Doesn't have to be painful. Your perception, my perception, doesn't have to be painful. You're subjective, I'm objective. It doesn't have to be painful. Okay? In fact, over the course of our relationships, we may even begin to incrementally cause other people pain and put them in painful situations with us. We are doing this subconsciously but deliberately to try to create the experience of someone loving us so much that they will endure anything to be with us. Yo, is this what my masculine doing? You put spells on me against my money, against my happiness, against my life to cause me pain so you could rush in and be the saver bitch. Huh? You gonna ride in on Pegasus? Huh? To come save a bitch? So you have all these bitches putting all kind of fucking spells on me, on my money, on my stability, so you could ride in on me and be like, but beautiful one, I'm here to save you. I see you though. We see you. We already know. They may also be doing the same to you, and we are enduring it. So let me read that sentence again. We are doing this, in fact, over the course of our relationship, we may even begin to incrementally cause other people pain and put them in painful situations with us. We are doing this subconsciously but deliberately to try to create the experience of someone loving us so much that they will endure anything to be with you. They may also be doing the same to you, and we are enduring it too. This shit is so diabolic. Be aware that when you look at the endurism, you are engaged in relative to your life. You are engaged in relative to your life. You are going to become very defensive. You are going to find all kinds of reasons why it is good or right to perpetuate your painful situation. So you're going to stay in that marriage. To the ones married to karmics. So you're perpetuating why it's right to stay with the karmic because of a child. But then you later find out that child ain't even your child. I digress. It's not your seed. It's your relative seed. Or your man's seed that was splashing up in your, you know what I'm saying? The one you call wifey. But you sitting in that shit looking like a fucking clown, like an idiot. I digress. Let me push on. Be aware that when you look at the endurism, you are engaged in relative to your life. You are going to become very defensive. You are going to find all kinds of reasons why it is good or right to perpetuate your painful situation. Your reasoning is preventing progress. You have plenty of incredibly valid reasons to justify your endurism. No one is trying to convince you that your reasons are not valid, collective. But your valid reasons aren't good enough to justify living a miserable, fucked life, collective. I tell you, this book is just cause of the truth. In this situation, you are on a boat in the ocean. You don't like that boat, so you desire a different boat, maybe a fucking yacht. So it comes, but you still won't get off your old boat. You have lots of reasons for not getting off your old boat. So the universe says, so Abba says, I'm going to have to make it easier for them to get off their old boat and onto the new one. So I'm going to poke holes in the... So Abba's going to sink your boat. And then he's going to throw you a life jacket so you can float your ass onto the new boat. Oh my gosh. So wait. So they said the universe is going to poke holes in the old boat. But when the boat starts to spring leaks, instead of jumping on the new boat, you run around trying to patch up the holes on your old boat. Boy, that shit sound like damage control to already fuck situation. Already end, done, dead, gone, lifeless situation. You still trying to breathe life into that shit? It's dead. It's not going to come back to life. Why? Because the Most High said it ain't going to come back to life. He said you got to switch boats. And switch boats you shall do, collective. Wow. They say you running around trying to patch holes on your old boat. Eventually the only way to get you onto the new boat is for the universe to quite literally sink your boat. Sink your boat so you end up in the water with the choice to drown or get in a new boat. So he didn't even throw you a fucking life jacket. He's like, nigga, yo, you gonna drown or you gonna jump onto the new one? Because it's gonna sail off whether you like it or not. If you have joined the SiGiL, become acutely aware of the situation in your life you think you have to endure. Get really aware about the excuses you make to justify enduring those situations. Look for ways you actually do have a choice in the situation you feel stuck in. Look at the things you could actually do to make a change. Take your power back, collective. Let that motherfucker sink and get onto your yacht. I'm saying, you got a canoe? You want to stay in the canoe and not go in your yacht? But you got a yacht with a pool and a jacuzzi. But you want to stay in the canoe? I don't know, collective. Take your power back. The last card is 17. What's 17? I love this deck. I love this deck. Yo, for real. I really want to gift this deck to my Blu-ray twin flame, my other half. I want to give you this deck because you need this kind of guidance and consultation from source, from Papa. You need this shit. Trust me, you need it. It's an expensive deck, and I'm willing to purchase it just so you can have it to correct thy ways and know thyself, King. Real shit, alright? So we up to 17. Look at the SiGiL. Yeah, my masculine is watching me. He watch all my videos. All of them. Repetitively, too. He and his karmic wife. And they fam. And they coven. And they click. I know all this shit. They got people watching me. They got their squad watching me. They got their mob watching me. I know. The fuck? I'm the high priestess. Inner knowings. Blame. 17. 1 and 7. 8. Infinity. Blame. If you have joined the SiGiL, you are blaming others and blaming circumstances instead of clearly seeing what you were thinking, saying, and doing to create the situation at hand. So you out there blaming other people for your fuck shit? Did they tell you to go sleep with the minor? Did they tell y'all to go do identity theft? Did they tell y'all to go gang stalk and make false police reports on an innocent fucking person? But now you want to shift blame. You don't want to take accountability. You want to shift blame from thyself and put it on somebody else and be like, well, she caused me to act that way, or he caused me to act that way. And y'all niggas 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 40, 38, 35, 32, 31, 30. With this kind of perception? Huh? Are y'all for real? Alright, so let's get it plain. Look at yourself honestly, collective. Do you have a reason or excuse about why something went wrong that absolves you from guilt, responsibility, or fault? It is understandable why you would choose this perspective or choose to only see someone else's fault in a situation, but fucking overlook yours. You overlook how you sniffing coke, how y'all niggas popping mollies, how some of y'all is even shooting dope, heroin, right? On top of drinking concoctions of rum and pills and still smoking weed and then having threesomes and fucking orgies with minors. So you overlook all that shit, right, collective? But you want to look at a person like me that who's doing the work of the divine and call me wicked, a fucking witch, a demon, when in fact you're the fucking devils and the fucking demons, collective. But because you sit up in a Sunday church under the fucking pulpit, you think you so fucking glorified and so mighty, huh? But behind the scenes, you're lighting candles to the devil, working with the devil, sacrificing kids, blood, relatives, legacy to the fucking devil, huh? Y'all calling down demons to have enlightenments, to have beauty, to have riches of the devil. But then y'all look at a person like me who's simple as fuck, yo. Simple as fuck. Simple as fuck, right? Simple as fuck, right? Yeah, this is my house. That's my stash. That's my spiritual stash. I keep that shit, right? I don't give a fuck. I don't have nothing to hide. This is who the fuck I am. See, I don't have no problem being my authentic self, right? But y'all motherfuckers clearly have a problem being yourselves. And then y'all want to try that blame game shit. I think the fuck not. Hold accountability of the fucked up person you are, yo. Real shit and fix thyself. So they said, look at yourself honestly. Do you have a reason or excuse about why something went wrong that absolves you from guilt, responsibility, or fault? It is understandable why you would choose this perspective or choose to only see someone else's faults in a situation. Seeing your own fault makes you feel terrible about yourself and desperate because it means you might have been able to do something different that would have potentially prevented the negative situation at hand. This is torture for most people to become aware of. But if you refuse to see your responsibility and even fault in this situation, you will not see what you could have done differently. You must hold accountability to thy actions so that you could cause change in yourself. Wrong is fucking wrong and right is fucking right. And calling a right person wrong is fucking evil and demonic and very fucking diabolic. It is wickedness at its highest, this of wicked is. Salah. I'm passionate about this shit because I'm living through this shit right now, real time. So much so, I am going to share. I was told to share my last 2 journal entries, and I'm gonna fucking share it. It is important not to blame yourself. It is also important. Oh, hold on. Back up, Bonnie. Back up. Seeing your own faults make you feel terrible about yourself and desperate because it means you might have been able to do something different that would have potentially prevented the negative situation at hand. That is torture for most people to become aware of. But if you refuse to see your responsibility and even fault in the situation, you will not see what you could have done differently. This guarantees that you cannot make actual remedies to the situation. You are therefore likely to end up in exactly the same situation over and over until you see where you went wrong and what you need to do differently. So, case in point, you're going through a lesson and Part of that lesson is to hold accountability. And to when you start holding accountability for your actions, you're going to constantly be in the same lesson, and it's going to get more intensified. Like right now, somebody's facing jail time for sleeping with a fucking minor and getting that minor fucking pregnant. So a woman can't get a minor pregnant. Only a distorted masculine could. So you would not hold accountability of your fucked upness. So now you got judgment on your head. They said you in seclusion, you hiding and shit. You running from the law and shit. Or the bitch you with right now, you was fucking her since she was a minor. Or some shit like that. Yo, nigga, you got so many karmics. I can't keep, my head is spinning, yo. I got so many karmics doing magic on me for a Bronx masculine I have never even slept with. I've never physically slept with you. You keep coming at me like everything that happened in your life, I told you a year ago was gonna fucking happen. I saw your future before you even encountered the things you have went into. I told you. You didn't fucking believe me. You was calling me a demon and a devil when y'all niggas is praying to the fucking devil, doing blood sacrifice with y'all fucking sexual orgies in the fucking Bronx, yo. So now you gotta hold this accountability. So now the judge is gonna slam their gravel on the, you know what I mean? They hammer on the gravel and convict you. Unless you get a fucking miracle. And you need a genie, but who's the genie you need to rub? Huh? Who's the genie you need to rub? The same one you wanted to fucking murk and kill. You and your fucking D-list Jamaican artist bitch, yo. I'm talking my truth right now. Because I've been very silent about this process that I appreciate, that I'm grateful for on this 3D realm. But let's talk about this twin flame shit ain't no fucking joke, yo. This twin flame shit teach you, yo, like, you can have a twin, feminines, and he a hoe. He bisexual, trisexual, pansexual, yo, lattisexual, he all that shit, yo. Some of them are even fucking serial fucking killers, yo. But Abba said we have to love them unconditionally. Send healing energy to them unconditionally. Because we feminines are the light and the masculines are the fucking darkness. As above, so below. Yin and yang. It's the balance. That's what humans can't fucking interpret or understand, the fucking balance. It's the fucking blueprint by the universe. This is the motherfucking matrix, yo. Real shit. This journey has broke me to my fucking core and builds me up to my core, yo. This journey has awoken me to myself, for me to fully understand and knowing myself and understanding myself and my capabilities. This journey has opened a whole different realm that I never knew fucking exist. And I'm gonna put this on this video. As of today, I have yet to cast a fucking spell against the karmics or my distorted, corrupt masculine. Not one fucking spell. Not one pink candle I lit. Alright? Not one spell, not one wish I have made other than I said death to the wicked, yo. Straight up, death to the wicked. This is the fucking battlefield. I keep telling you, I'm not no light worker. I'm a light warrior. I was sent here to battle. Alright? As I digress, I go back into the word of blame. This is torture for most people to become aware of. But if you refuse to see your responsibility and even fault in the situation, you will not see what you could have done differently. You didn't have to put spells on me. You could have picked up the fucking phone and called me from a real number. Stop calling me from fake fucking numbers. You're not gonna reach me. I'm not thirsty to get a phone call. Stop having your bitches mob on me. I slap a bitch, real shit. Like my shadow is like, listen, man. I am like, you know what? Let me say less. Right. That is torture for most people to become aware of. But if you refuse to see your responsibility and even fault in a situation, you will not see what you could have done differently. And to the chick walking around looking for me with a fucking box cutter, bitch. Really? Really? A box cutter? Yeah, I digress. But I'm putting all this shit on video so that the ones, the higher ups that see my shit, they know what fucking time it is. Because they already know all who y'all are. I be wondering, how come nobody flagged my video? Because y'all know they watching. They watching. Waiting for y'all motherfuckers to do that shit too. Real shit. Anyway. But if you refuse to see your responsibility, okay, I read that. This guarantees that you cannot make actual remedies to the situation. You're therefore likely to end up exactly the same situation over and over until you see where you have went wrong and what you need to do differently. It is important not to blame yourself. It is also important not to blame others. Instead, we must clearly see what was their responsibility and what was ours relative to the situation at hand. What we must not do is to use our awareness of what was theirs, or even invent inaccurate stories about how they are to blame to avoid seeing what is our responsibility. If you have drawn the sigil, you need to take responsibility for your actions. Responsibility is the opportunity to act independently because you are the one who has the duty to deal with something autonomously. This makes you the one who is accountable. Responsibility is also required to achieve an aim. Not taking responsibility is like standing at the end of a bowling alley hoping someone else would throw the bowling ball for you so that you don't have to be accountable for the results of doing so yourself. This is what we do. This is what we are doing when we are blaming others. When we are blaming others, we are putting ourselves in a position of powerlessness and telling ourselves we could or can do anything about the situation we are in. Hold up, I need to come closer. Not taking responsibility is like standing at the... Okay, we read that. We are putting ourselves in a position of powerlessness and telling ourselves we could or can do nothing. We could or can do nothing about the situation we are in. Responsibility comes with a certain kind of pressure. Now is the time to really accept and take on this pressure for the sake of your own life and your own relationships. So, take on the pressure. Make lemonade out of lemons, collective. All right? Stay on the sigils. I hope you enjoyed the sigils. They said do more. All right. So, I already cleansed this card. 32 is what? Judgment. I don't know what Papa want to say right now. Hold on. I need to speak with my Papa. Okay, so no more cards. He wants me to read my journal. All right, he wants me to be totally transparent. So this is my journal. That's Papa's name. Yeah, I put him on everything, y'all. Real shit. And me and Abba to the end. All right, so it's the last 2 days. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, these two days, hold on. These 2 days, oh my gosh. Okay, So this is my journal, August 29th, 2021. It's 1:44 p.m. Sunday. Today, a lot of confirmation. Abba. Okay. Sorry. Abba, gully pop on the play. It didn't dawn on me he would use my enemies' ancestors to kill them, destroy them. I already knew my ancestors was going to handle that Ken bitch, but I didn't know the same order was going to be rendered on the Bronx Jamaican party occult mafia demons them. I have truly forgiven blank, my emperor. I have been healing him with my magical sacred sexual energy. And yo, this is 100% effing transparent, okay? The only thing I eliminated is my emperor name. Okay, because that nigga will go and put it like, he really distorted out these F's. Like, he really, like, I heard a nigga try to put a case on me and shit. When I was on Instagram. Yeah, he was flagging my post. Right? So, me know nothing put your name into this, but you know who you are. Right? The Bronx Jamaican Party Mafia occult motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all know. I have truly forgiving blank my emperor. I hope y'all don't see his name. I have been healing him with my magical sacred sexual energy. On another note, sea beach fleas and flying lanternfly look alike in shape. The lanternfly are populated in the urban areas on the tree bases, and the sea fleas are critters in the seashore waters and sand, and people eat them. They are called crustaceans. No more lobster for me than fish too. Blank is heavily connected with me now. He knows when I awake from sleeping. I still cry now and then. It hurts. It hurts. Damn. Yo, y'all got me raw and vulnerable, y'all. I feel naked right now. I am hated just for breeding. It hurts and sad. Many out there jealous, envious because I am me. I mastered Reiki energy working with energy, not manipulating energy with candles. Higher learning, higher meditations. Yeah, and look, I always give my father gratitude, yo. Trust me. Alright. So that was, Sunday. Did I finish with, my head is hurting. Alright, hold on. This is my journal. Right? High priestess I am. I hold a lot within, and so it shall stay. My Abba loves me as I truly love Papa, forever beyond the realms of time. Life path number 1, leading sheep into light of Abba. Quote, darkness enlightens me of the knowledge it holds hidden esoteric. Light empowers me with the light truth of my Father the Most High. I pray Papa wrath on the wicked that pray, hunt the innocent, plotting death on kids, and a good loving single parent mommy. Archangels, we have no emotions. We have no ego. Can't have emotions to fulfill certain orders from Abba. Can't have ego to think one is more than Abba ever. Biggest sin, biggest death to think one is more than the supreme being. It pisses me off to even write this fuck shit. For how I honor, serve, and love Abba Source Universe. Ego is one's debt, period. Salah. I didn't write again until Tuesday. Alright? He said read everything. So Tuesday was, I have it 9/1, but it's August 31st, alright? So I said all power with much gratitude and total rabah. My energy today, Abba, I'm trying. What did I say? My energy today, Abba, I am not truly good with emotions, feelings, or stir. I am I am at my knees in uncertainty of all that lies ahead of me. The unknown, I have no the unknown, I have no stability, hanging in the wind as to how bills coming, going to get paid. I did the unemployment rent is my issue. I don't pray for money and won't start now. I hold faith you will lead me to a way that will provide enough or overflow to buy food, pay rent, pay car note, insurance, cable bill, cell phone bill, Javon getting school clothing to fit him, going back to school, etc., etc. I am just trying to survive. I was never trying to be rich, wealthy, in the spotlight. I was always laid back. I truly don't know what's ahead. I serve you out of pure love, admiration, sincerity. I love you unconditionally, not to benefit anything other than love from my Father in truth. I light candles to give you universe gratitude and love. He said to read it. I was going to pause and he said, read it. Right now I'm butt ass naked right now. Butt ass naked right now. Which is why I'm in my undergarments. I'm butt ass naked. And you know what? I feel so fucking free. I feel free. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody think, what anybody say. I don't fucking care. I walked away from 65K to be fulfilling to the Most High. I chucked the fucking deuces to a job I've been at for over years because it was taking away my time. That's why I haven't put out no reads. Working 18 hours a day from sun up to sundown to hit deadlines on other people fucking money. Build in millions within the past 2 years. Millions from state and federal. Medicaid, DCF payments. And still did DHS contracts. Y'all chucked the deuces to that shit, real shit. And here I am, midday chilling like, I'm in here now. It's going to be however Abba wanted for me. That's how it's going to fucking be for me. And I'm cool with that shit because I fully surrendered. Right? So, yesterday, Purple Rain Prince. Seemed like that was the energy in the collective. I want you to tell me now what's it going to be. Watch, okay. They got me butt-ass naked, okay? Watch trainee give head and took dick in his or her asshole. No intimacy, very bland, no affection, just fuck, receive, and release. These things I see fucks with my already damaged libido from past relationships and masculine's mentality of today, 2021. There is an unbalance. It's all fucked up how this world is. The mindsets, their beliefs due to lack of knowledge. Now the masses believes whatever the fuck people say because they entertainers, aka illusionists, matrix agents, here to entertain humans into deception of lies of the fallen ones, the draconian reptilians. Truth is, I've been on this journey years before, accelerating to this point, to this day. Okay, I'm very angry, furious with blank. All these swords I receive, all this lies, backstab, betrayal, while he knelt and sucked the devil dick feverishly. Look at me. COVID fucked me. Something, I can't read my, something hit deadline. Initiated vultures at work on me. High stress, high pressure, no time to meds. Now did have free drive far. Job gone firing. Guidance said I wouldn't be fired. I would leave on my own. End result. Fired. unjustly. I feel like punishment of what I said in regards to blank. Before every time I am sent to give him sexual healing, I was done brutal by him. Fear draconian reptilian demon against light, against divine. So I said I was being lined up knowingly. I have to be sacrificed unto blank to do as he like in evil and wickedness towards me, against me and my kids, for certain timelines to pass or take place regarding judgment and karma. Security, no stability. My entire life is dependent on what Abba wants from once. Okay, security and stability. My entire life is dependent on what Abba wants for or not wants for me, period. Do I like being vulnerable? No. Control of my life was removed and surrendered to Abba, period. This underlying anger is fucking this part of the journey for me up with blank. It now takes me hours just to nut to the thought of him. I have astral projected out my body, fall into deep slumber to not interact with him. This entire fucking journey breaks one to her core. Yes, I love blank, no questions asked. No, I am not going to allow him to fuck me over. He dogs me, I'm out, period. Because I refuse to be toxic. My newfound level of rage and anger is unnormal. He made me the way I am. I adapted to the environment and non-stop fuck up treatment. He fucks men, women, and child. Breeds them while mine stays in the ethers. I stay silent, and by doing so, my motives termed means to an end attitude. I stay silent, do nothing is just as bad as doing something. I can't be toxic because then I will want to really take shit there and beyond. Am I violent? No. But can I be? Yes! When one has been bullied without any cause, then that one who was bullied turns brutal on the bullies with zero fucks. I understand many are called, but few are chosen. Not everyone is built for this shit. This is the finals. The lessons are fucking hard, devastating, towers. But in the end, so fulfilling. I am just standing in that room not knowing what is next to come. There's no one but me. I awoke. With much gratitude and appreciation, Abba, for my thoughts, my truth, raw and unfiltered. Salah. Card 4 really affects me. Triggered into awakening of the underlying issues in me. Much healing is need, I think, or not. Why not? Because if much healing is truly need of me, how would I be able to heal another? Example, blank. Sucking my energy away, I am so confused in darkness, cosmos. Good note, demonics know I'm not to be fucked with because I was sent to slaughter them. Hey, Papa really make me expose, yo. I am full exposed of self. 9 September 2nd, 2021, Wednesday, 5:55 a.m. I said all power with gratitude. I feel lost, Albert. Everything, my stability shaking. What I hear is disturbing beyond. I feel disgusted right now to share my body with child molester, a pedophile. I am saddened. What the fuck? Reading what the fuck? Reading is truth. My body indications going off left, right, and center. He fucks pedophile succubus energy. I mix myself with a demon. What the fuck? My pockets were hit hard. My money none coming in. Apis fucked me. I don't even know what company I paid unemployment to. This blank shit is fucking beyond. What I said? Let's see the blessings in this. I sleep more than before. I spend actual time with my kids. Motherfuckers who fuck kids want to throw rocks on my name. Trust the process. Okay, I do trust the process. Does that mean to be naive, to overlook acts of evil by one? Let me know, because I feel like situations is trying to drive me fucking mad, insane. I'm holding my composure. I'm ready to set it on anyone who comes towards me with bullshit. The truth goes against every type of morals and decency. His actions are all fucking demonic, yet I have to give sexual energy to him, and so it is. Grateful and blessings in disguise. I am fully awoke. I know not to create thoughts to write which will be counted against me. I can easily disconnect from incubus demonic sexual energy or energies. I am not the same me at all. Blessings, my shadow is much more intensified. There is anger in me. It isn't all fun with bubble gum. What the fuck? I look at men, masculines, like fucking idiots, especially the ones who had great insight but thinks he can manipulate and fuck over Abba. Why it is allowed for that one to get karma? Yo, I am nervous to pull SiGiL cards because the Most High addressed directly one's faults in need of correction, despite that one feels like they are moving accordingly. I write more now. My life is technically in shambles, but I don't show it at all. I am being summoned. My body is talking to me. I have to go to the SiGiL cards now. Okay? Thank you for this time. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, y'all know my fucking truth. It is what it is. But guess what? This bitch is gonna make lemonade out of motherfucking lemons, yo. Real shit. Sky's the limit. I mean, I'm not broke. I say I'm broke, but technically I'm not broke. I got ends. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I don't know what tomorrow holds until I get to tomorrow. I'm not dealing with tomorrow now. I'm dealing with right now in the here and now, in this present moment. So even though my whole world is totally fucked, I'm in shambles, I'm still trying to help the collective. Right? Right. Namaste. With much gratitude. Barakata to the Most High. Yeah, he left me ass out raw on this one. I'm out.